Assalamu alaikum. For the students who are going into 8th class admission, the scholarship test of Primary School of Excellence syllabus is this: Nutrition in plants. Nutrition. It is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. Nutrients. The components of food that provide nourishment to the body. All organisms take food and utilize it to get energy for the growth and maintenance of their bodies. Green plants synthesize their food themselves by the process of photosynthesis. They are autotrophs. Photosynthesis. Green plants prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide and water taken from the environment in the presence of sunlight and a pigment called chlorophyll for the manufacture of food. This process is known as photosynthesis. Plants use simple chemical substances like carbon dioxide, water, and minerals for the synthesis of food. Chlorophyll and sunlight are the essential requirements for photosynthesis. Complex chemical substances such as carbohydrates are the products of photosynthesis. Solar energy is stored in the form of food in the leaves with the help of chlorophyll. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. Oxygen released in photosynthesis is utilized by living organisms for their survival. Fungi derive nutrition from dead, decaying matter. They are saprotrophs. Plants like Cuscuta are parasites. They take food from the host plant. A few plants and all animals are dependent on others for their nutrition and are called heterotrophs. Parasitic organisms that live on the body of other organisms. All parasitic plants feed on other plants as either 1. Partial parasites or 2. Total parasites. Partial parasites obtain some of their nutrition from the host, example, painted cup. Total parasites dependent completely on the host for nutrition. Example, mistletoe. Saprophytic organisms that obtain nutrition from dead and decaying plant and animal matter, mushrooms, molds, and certain types of fungi and bacteria. Insectivorous plants. Green plants which obtain their nourishment partly from soil and atmosphere and partly from small insects. Example, pitcher plant, bladderwort, and Venus flytrap. Symbiosis, mode of nutrition in which two different individuals associate with each other to fulfill their requirement of food. Lichens found on tree trunks is the association between alga and fungus. Alga obtains water from fungus and it in turn obtains food from alga. Winds, storms, and cyclones. Air, the invisible gaseous substance surrounding the earth, a mixture mainly of oxygen and nitrogen. Properties of air. Air around us exerts pressure. Air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Warm air rises up, whereas comparatively cooler air tends to sink towards the Earth's surface. As warm air rises, air pressure at that place is reduced, and the cooler air moves to that place. Wind. The moving air is called wind. Air moves from region of high air pressure to region of low air pressure. Types of wind. Wind currents. Wind currents are generated due to uneven heating on Earth. Uneven heating on the Earth is the main cause of wind movements. Thunderstorms. Storm with thunder and lightning along with rain. Winds carrying water vapor bring rain. High speed winds and air pressure difference can cause cyclones. It has become easier to monitor cyclones with the help of advanced technology like satellites and radars. Self help is the best help. Therefore, it is better to plan in advance and be ready with defense against any approaching cyclone. Respiration in organisms. Respiration is essential for survival of living organisms. It releases energy from the food. The oxygen we inhale is used to break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water. Energy is released in the process. The breakdown of glucose occurs in the cells of an organism, cellular respiration. During heavy exercise, when the supply of oxygen to our muscle cells is insufficient, food breakdown is by anaerobic respiration. Types of respiration. External respiration, process in which oxygen is taken inside the body and carbon dioxide is given out. It is also called breathing. External respiration. Respiration in plants. Leaves have pores called stomata for gaseous exchange by diffusion. Stems have openings called lenticels for gaseous exchange by diffusion. Roots have stomatal pores for gaseous exchange of oxygen dissolved in soil water. Respiration in animals. Respiration in animals are vary according to their character, like earthworm through their skin, insect through entire body surface, fish respire through their gills, frogs through its thin, moist, and smooth skin when in water, and by lungs when in land. Respiration in humans. Inhaled air passes through nostrils into nasal cavity and then into lungs through windpipe. Breathing is a part of the process of respiration, during which an organism takes in the oxygen rich air and gives out air rich in carbon dioxide. The respiratory organs for the exchange of gases vary in different organisms. During inhalation, our lungs expand and then come back to the original state as the air moves out during exhalation. Increased physical activity enhances the rate of breathing. In animals like cow, buffalo, dog, and cat, the respiratory organs and the process of breathing are similar to those in humans. Internal respiration, process in which food is broken down in body cells through various chemical reactions. Internal respiration are further classified into two parts. Aerobic respiration, food molecules are combined with oxygen and get oxidized inside a cell into carbon dioxide and water along with energy. Anaerobic respiration, food molecules are broken without using oxygen along with release of energy. Forests, our lifeline. Forest, large area of land thickly covered with trees, bushes, etc. We get various products from the forests surrounding us. Forest is a system comprising various plants, animals, and microorganisms. In a forest, trees form the uppermost layer, followed by shrubs. The herbs form the lowest layer of vegetation. Different layers of vegetation provide food and shelter for animals, birds, and insects. The various components of the forest are interdependent on one another. The forest keeps on growing and changing and can regenerate. In the forest, there is interaction between soil, water, air, and living organisms. Forests protect the soil from erosion. Soil helps forests to grow and regenerate. Forests are the lifeline for the forest dwelling communities. Forests influence climate, water cycle, and air quality. Importance of forest: provide timber, purify air, provide shelter, prevent soil erosion, control floods, noise absorbers. Independence of plants and animals in forests. Plants and animals depend on each other to remain alive. All organisms interact with each other and their physical environment to derive energy and survive. Conservation of forest. Amount of carbon dioxide in air will increase, resulting in the increase of Earth's temperature. Animals will not get food and shelter. Soil will not hold water, which will cause floods, endanger lives and environment. Conservation of forests. Do not allow overgrazing, promote afforestation, protect wildlife, control forest fires. Food chain. Interdependence between producers and consumers studied in form of various linkage that appears as a chain. Food web, a system of interdependent food chains used to represent various relationships of organisms. There might be some questions from the following diagram.